Greetings everybody, Kind of Games Online. Welcome back to more Sunset Overdrive. Last time, we met with Sam and Forkim, finding out that Sunset City might be getting blown up. That's kind of bad considering we're still in Sunset City. And in this episode, we're going to be taking on a few challenges while I battle with technical difficulties, because for some reason when I recorded this, my microphone was somehow unplugged, which is weird because I checked after the recording, and it was plugged in. At least it looked like it was. And because of that, I am recording post-commentary, which is a fun time for me. It's not a fun time for me, considering when I had to record this post-commentary, this is my third attempt at recording this post-commentary, because the first one, the wrong microphone was set. And in the second one, it didn't record my audio at all. So hopefully this time it works. But we're going to start with the night defense. And this is going to be an example of how stupid I am in this episode. Probably the big stupid thing I do for the episode. Can now place traps. For some reason, it does not occur to me where to place these traps. First mistake, I think, oh, there's only one overcharge vat. There's 3. So that is already an error on my part. And there's more errors I make, but while I'm being stupid and placing traps randomly, might as well talk about something. If you like what you've been seeing so far at the series, if at the time of this going up, you can get Sunset Overdrive on your Xbox One for free. It is part of the Games with Gold. I've been enjoying my time with it, and if you are intrigued by what you've been seeing for the past however many episodes, then feel free to get the game for yourself. I mean, feel free because it is free. And that's mostly what I talk about for that. One other thing you might notice at the start, I was going through my weapons. Yeah, I didn't really seem to have a plan with that. I was trying to show that both the one-handed dragon and the AKFU are both at their maximum level. Not only that, are the last 3 weapons that we have to upgrade to level 4 or upgrade to level 5 that we have so far are level 4. So we're getting pretty close on that front. Now, you might notice that I made another mistake. I did not use all, well, 2 mistakes. 1, I didn't use all my energy to place traps, and 2, I didn't stock up on ammo. So that was really dumb of me. And yeah, once I saw that we had 60 overcharge to defend, then I realized, oh, we have 3. And like, ignoring the fact that I'm making a bunch of weird mistakes, defending 3 overcharge vats at the same time is not that easy. But another mistake that I make is that I didn't use the hairspray bomb. I made a lot of mistakes when I did this first time. Just for reference, to get the gold, this took me 3 tries. The first one I was being completely stupid on. The second one I at least stocked up on my ammo. And the third one I wisened up and used the hairspray bomb. Which, granted, I am using the hairspray bomb right now. I don't use it nearly enough to get the gold. Which is not what I like to see. Which, unfortunate, it took me as many tries as it did, but you know what, we eventually did succeed, so I'll take it. Now I'm starting to get a bit overwhelmed because we've only got 44 overcharge vats, which granted, that is enough for us to get through the mission, but it's a matter of the more overcharge vats you have, the more points you'll get in that category. So that's more the problematic part. So, with our 20 seconds left, is there really anything else for me to talk about? I mean, the rest is kind of rather self-explanatory. Just don't be an idiot like me, and you'll get the gold rank. Imagine that. But that is time. Mission accomplished, except not really, because I gotta go redo that. Look at that. Only barely a silver. That's disgusting. Oh well. In that case, first thing I do, because I'm smart, stock up my ammo.
I'm intrigued.
Ammo is now stocked. The other thing that I do, which I intended to do beforehand, is buy more amps. Because now we have mine, all mine, can drop additional overcharge on kill. That's pretty good. We're going to be taking that. And we're going to be seeing a little, like, it doesn't do much more, but it's still something, so take what you can get. But for now, because I gotta go through another attempt, and then it's a successful attempt, I'm just gonna speed up the successful attempt, so I will see you after that attempt. And we did it. We have gotten the gold rank on the Knight's Defense. Now, we're not done for the episode yet. We have one more challenge to do. And we're also getting ever closer to that 70,000 overcharge we need. Now, time for my worst nightmare. Or that's what I thought anyways. Buck stops here. That's the last mission we have on our agenda. So, let's get to business. This mission, as you might remember from past Buck National missions, we need to get X amount of points. Ignoring the fact that we need to get the gold rank, we need to get a ridiculous score. In this case, it is 600,000 points, which might seem like a lot. But as I quickly learned in this mission, it's not that difficult. It still took me 2 tries, mind you, because I didn't know the strategy, and I ran out of ammo to boot. But now I know the strategy, and also there's the last 4,000 overcharge we'll need to get that shocker. So, let us begin. Whenever I hit A. There we go.
Later in the show, we're gonna break out the big guns. But first, let's start with some good old-fashioned killing.
Buck National missions is what you expect. Hairspray bombs everywhere. First, we have the melee kills, which only 5 of them, so it's not going to take that much doing. It's just a matter of getting my amp set. There's the 5 melee kills we need. Grind kills, I lose some time on, and in retrospect, if I didn't screw this part up, I might have actually been able to do this first try. Because for some reason, I started going for bounce kills for reasons unknown. But then I just go back to grinding after a few seconds. Now it's time for the bounce kills. 5 bounce kills, not too difficult. Winger OD, so we gotta take to the skies. Winger OD, not that bad, but still kind of an annoyance. Not like all the OD around here aren't an annoyance. But once I realize, oh, kill the winger, it becomes pretty easy. Shoot him a few times, whenever I do actually shoot him. Got him, and that is... Look at that.
Everything dies if you shoot it enough.
We have a Herker. So I'm like, okay, let's go kill the Herker. So I do that. I don't know what I was trying to play up to. I wasn't really playing up to anything. Yeah. Our TN Teddy does the best job against it, so I can save my ammo for the hairspray bomb.
My audience has very discriminating tastes, so you gotta do exactly.
Catapult kills. I actually never get the 20 kills for catapults because it's around this point where I figure out a certain trick that you can use for getting a lot of points in this mission. And you will find out about it in due time. It takes me a bit of time to figure it out. But once I figure it out, oh man. Oh man, is this the point where I figure it out? Nope, not yet. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna fire some catapults. And I just do that for a while, hoping, oh, maybe I'll get a kill. Or maybe, like, I'll get the catapult kills that I need. Then, in due time, I start noticing that there's a large concentration of OD in a specific area. Right over there. And is this the point where I gotta play this up pretty well? Well, I'm not playing it up pretty well, but I noticed that there's a lot of OD coming from that specific location. So then I go there. Turns out a crap ton of OD spawn from there, and it is a good place to grind for OD kills. Seriously, if you still need to get the achievements for killing X amount of OD, like 15,000 OD, this is a good place to do that. And this is also what makes this Buck National mission probably the easiest to get the score on that you need. Because you can just stay here the whole time, keep shooting OD with no problems at all, and eventually get that score that you need. Now, had I not screwed up the very start, I might have actually been able to get the goal on this first try, because I started to cut this pretty close. Look at this. That's pretty close, all things considered. But we get the gold no problem, which means we get the overcharge, which means we can at least show off the shocker weapon. So that's going to be the next thing we do, is showing off the shocker weapon. So let's go find Two Hat Jack in the past. Thank you, post commentary. Grab our shocker. So let's first, before we actually test it out on some enemies, let's use this weapon to see what it's like. We're replacing our AKFU because that's already at the maximum level, so I don't see any reason for us to keep that on. So let's equip the shocker. It's got 200 ammo, so it's probably an automatic weapon. But then I use it. Yeah, it's basically just a beam, which is pretty awesome. So let's go find some enemies to use it on. It takes me some time to find some enemies, so I'll cut to when we find some enemies. Target acquired. We find some enemies, and it's what you think it is. It shocks them. No surprises there. But it's not a bad weapon, honestly. It's basically, like, in terms of its resistances, well, we'll talk about that in a bit, because I specifically checked the resistances right here. Resistance-wise, like, what it's good against, it's basically the same as the Fizzbot rifle, except slightly worse in terms of what enemies resist it. But the turnaround for that is that the shocker is more powerful. So that's the nice thing. Now that's done, we're going to go back to the Buck National mission. So, I'm going to be going through once again to get that frickin' gold rank. So, I will see you guys after the mission. And with that, we have hardcore buck stops here.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you to do something
Sweet
weird, but
deal.
don't freak out, okay?
Alright,
I'm
and that's
intrigued.
probably going to about do it for this
I need you to go and
episode.
see my future
We
self. He set up a new
struggled with the
base
technical
down south.
difficulties through
I
the
need to know
two
if it turned out as
quests
cool
that
as
we
it
did,
is
or
on
the
the
two
highway now.
challenges rather that we did. So, next time on Sunset Overdrive, we're going to be going through with the sub-quests, because I believe we have some available. So we're going to be doing those next episode. See you guys then.